We are up in Ontario, and you can see my rod bending. We are having fun. Oh, look at this, nice northern. We're having fun up here in northwestern Ontario fishing multi-species, and in today's segment we're going to talk about how to catch fish in Canada. Decent northern there to start us out. Ate that Storm 360 GT search bait, and we are at a destination called Slippery Winds Wilderness Lodge. 6 different species and some fantastic multi-species action. In today's segment we're going to talk about northern pike, smallmouth bass, largemouth bass, muskies, walleyes, and maybe even a little bit of lake trout action. Stay tuned, this is going to be a fun segment. Woo. Ooh. You know, these rocks in the shallows here, especially in these sandy shorelines in Ontario, great summertime spot for largemouth and smallmouth, especially in lakes that don't have a lot of weed cover. They'll use those individual boulders as cover. And you can throw, you know, Texas rig worms at them. This is a craw that I threw. Sometimes they'll come up and eat topwater or a jerkbait. This is another largemouth here. Catching quite a few of these around the rocks. Nice fish here. Wow, look at this guy. Big largy. Plump. And jump one more time. Gotcha. Beauty. Chunky fish. And again, just throwing soft plastics on them. You know, tubes will work great. 4 or 5 inch worm rigged either Texas style or wacky. Throw that on those boulders and that's the result right there. A nice largemouth. Dandy. This is fun. Oh man, look at him tail walking. Awesome. Decent fish. Did just a little Texposed worm, little 4-inch worm, number 4 hook there. Cute little guy, good start. Beautiful morning. And tell you what we did here, start out our second day. We've come into a lake called Crossroute Lake. Now they have 5 different portage lakes. If you want to explore these different lakes, they've got 8 or 9 9-horse outboards on 14-foot boats. Short little walk through the woods with your tackle. You're going to be in the outpost experience. Basically, there's only 1 or 2 boats in each of these outposts. And Slippery Winds only accommodates around 20 guests at a time. There's 5 cabins. So it's not like you're going to a fly-in where you've got 30 boats going out and lots of different people fishing the water. Basically have that remote feel and kind of fish the lakes that you want to fish all by yourself. This one's on a skitter pop. You know, you can experiment just like with the smallmouth, different types of poppers and prop baits and walking baits just to see what they prefer. They will show a preference. I can't really lip this guy because he's got it in his chin, but that's a dandy. That's just the number 7 skitter pop there, a little frog pattern. Brown frog and dandy. Just chunky up here, you know, get a lot of that chunky 1.5 to 2 pounders, but there's some bigger ones swimming in here too. Nice largemouth. Got them. Man, they're just largemouth all along the shoreline. Oh man, look at that. This is so fun, just casting topwaters. Man, between the largemouth and the smallmouth eating topwaters on this trip, you like bass fishing, and he spits it. Slippery Winds is a great place to go. Doesn't matter, I'll make another cast, get another one. So fun. Back on the walleyes again, pitching jigs and throwing lures in a lake with 6 different game fish species. Half the time you don't know what you got going unless you're fishing the shorelines and can see it's smallmouth. Man, I don't know what this is. It's just staying down. Hit that search bait, that Storm search bait again. Catching a lot of fish on that lure. Might be a big walleye. Yeah, a nice walleye. Beauty. Not a huge one, but whoa. You know, artificials will catch a lot of these fish. You know, you can certainly throw a jig and minnow for them, but I like to do a lot of casting with artificials. I mean, there's that search bait right down that walleye's face. And you know, jerk baits will work real good for them, little shad wraps, any little crankbaits, and I like to throw those on a 6.5 foot bait casting rod. And then the jigs and the minnows and the soft plastics for bass or little swim baits like that Storm Search bait. Those are great on a 6.5 to 7 foot medium light spinning rod and just spooled up with monofilament. Beautiful walleye, about 22, 23 inches. More fun. Throwing over this weed bed with a big super shad wrap, looking for big northerns, maybe a muskie, and look at this walleye. Ain't that super shad wrap? Yeah. Ooh, look at that. Just torpedoed it. Big, big walleye, and that's what coming up to Ontario is all about. Multi-species action, big fish. You want to have fun fishing in Ontario, Slippery Winds Wilderness Lodge is the place to go. You can go to Great White North Lodges to get information on this fly-in trip of a lifetime, or you can go to MidwestOutdoors.com and click on the Slippery Winds Featured Destinations link to see some of our videos from this trip. I'm Roger Cormier. We'll be right back with more Midwest Outdoors. Woo!